okay, I've had enough. I've got home. I'm already bored. There's no one in the house. My girlfriend's out. My friends can't go out. I've got no laptop because it's getting repaired. I can't use my brand new Xbox because I'm at my other house. And I've not done exercise in forever. And instead of eating myself up, I'm going to go on a run. I'm going to try. I know it's not going to be impressive. I know in my head I'm thinking, well, just run for an hour and forget about the pain. It won't work like that. But I'm going to try my absolute hardest. Don't know where I'm going to run. Don't know if I've got the confidence to just run straight away as soon as I get out in public. I don't know if I've got to wait till I get somewhere a bit more secluded. But I'm going to try. I'm going to do my absolute best. And let's do this shit. All right, I'm about to kick up this Strava. I forgot what it was called there. And then I'll let you know. Well, I'll update you midway through my run if I feel like it. And then I'll let you know by the end of it how I did. Okay, so obviously I knew I wasn't going to run that long, but it wasn't bad whatsoever. I've got a good sweat going. And it was one consistent run with only one break. Just before the last stretch. So similar time, similar distance, but I'm not mad at it because I could keep it consistent. I wasn't breaking every 2 seconds, and this is the effects of improving now. I haven't done it in a couple of weeks, so it's not that great, but there's the results, and hopefully I'll keep this up. Now, I know I only briefly covered that run, but it's because I didn't want to make a point of filming, because I do just want to get into the routine of running, and I haven't done it in weeks, and I did about 3, and this wasn't bad. I think this said it was my second best performance, and that's crazy given the break, not just off of running but off of exercise in total. So I'm quite proud of that, but it didn't last long. But I did get a sweat on. It was hot. I went home, got washed, and because I was bored, this was after I'd been to work, by the way. I'd been to work all morning. I was knackered, but I did a run. Why? Because I was bored. Everyone I knew was busy. So that's what I did. And then I decided, you know what? I've just recently had my birthday. I have this £20 Amazon gift card. I need a new headset for something, which I'll get into. But I've got this £50 Amazon gift card. So, not £50. I've got this £50 HMV gift card, which if you're from the UK, you know what HMV is. HMV is like a pop culture shop. I mean, it used to be for DVDs and music, but now it's music and apparel for that music. I mean, they still do DVDs, but they're kind of out of fashion now. But they did move their store recently. But I'm talking, you get Funko Pops, T-shirts, vinyls, posters. Just, it's the best shop ever. And now when it's moved location, even upstairs, they have some books. But anyways, I had £50 on this HMV voucher that I got for my birthday. And I had a look around, and I saw the vinyls were 3 for £66. Or 2 for £50, or 1 for £29.99. And for my birthday, I got given a Weekend Hurry Up Tomorrow vinyl and an Eminem Relapse vinyl. Now, obviously, I want to get all the vinyls of my favourite artists first, so I needed a Juice WRLD vinyl. I've got 2 Juice WRLD CDs, but I needed a Juice WRLD vinyl. And that was this one. I got Goodbye and Good Riddance. I thought it's the first one. It's in the deal, because not all of them were in the deal. I would have got Fighting Demons, because that's my personal favourite, but it wasn't in the deal, so I got this one. And the other one I got, given I'd just seen him at a concert, and I've got Juice WRLD one, I've got an Eminem one, I've got a Weekend one. Weekend's not in my top 3, by the way. Juice WRLD, Eminem are in my top 3. The other man in my top 3, Post Malone. Now, I would have went in order, but there was no Stoney one. And then Beer Bongs and Bentleys, it's not my favourite. It's probably my least favourite album out of all of them. I did want the Hollywood's Bleeding one, but it wasn't in the deal. But the next best thing was in the deal. And actually, this is probably, I say next best thing, this is my favourite Post Malone album. We've got Austin. It was in the same deal, as you can see there. So I've got Austin. So quite a successful day, you know. I mean, I went to work, and then I went on a run, and then I've walked away with, oh God, I've just nearly bent it. Oh God, hang on. How do people do this? And I've walked away with 2 vinyls. How beautiful. Anyways, I don't think I covered this in a video, but yesterday something amazing happened. Something fantastic happened, which if you're a fan of this channel, you would know. I've done gaming videos. They've been quite shit. I've not been able to play recent games. Why? Because I've not had a next-gen console. The next-gen consoles came out in 2020 or 2021. I got my Xbox One around that time, you know, just before they came out. And then when they came out, my dad's like, you're not getting another one. I've just bought this one. And yeah, we didn't have the money and it didn't seem right because, you know, we just got one. So I waited a couple of years and I've not had one. And originally it didn't matter, but over the years, as gaming's kind of not died down, but out of my life, it's been less relevant. And the next gen, you know, the Xbox Series S and X has moved further and further away from Xbox One. I've not had the luxuries. And I've always had it in the back of my mind, eventually I'll buy an Xbox Series X or an Xbox Series S. Now, I wasn't going to bother. I was going to wait till the next gen came out because then maybe I could have the money to get the next gen and just skip this one. But when I found out GTA 6 was coming out in 2026, I said, nah, GTA 5 is my all-time favourite game. I am not missing GTA 6, so I need a next-gen console at some point now. It wasn't something I saw coming because with my job I have, with it being a part-time job for just a kid, I didn't get a lot of money. Certainly didn't get the types of money where I could just buy an Xbox, you know what I mean? Saving, I could, but it's hard to save when you're also saving for driving lessons and you've got a life to live, you know what I mean? So, obviously with it being birthday, you come into some birthday money, you know, lots of people get your money in cards and all this stuff. So what was I able to do yesterday? Xbox Series S. Now, obviously not an Xbox Series X, it is an S. But it's not that much worse. It just means I can only get digital copies and not like disc copies, but it's fine. No one really uses discs anymore. It's not as powerful, which again, we can't have everything. I can live with that. And obviously the Xbox Series X would be 1 terabyte, and this is 512 gigabyte. You can get a 1 terabyte version of this, but it would be over 300 quid, and this was already nearly 300 quid. So it wasn't quite worth it. And the Xbox Series X itself, I was going to pay 400 quid for it, but it moved up to 500 quid. So I'm absolutely not having that. And although, this is my one of my issues with this as well. Read the box, 512 gigabytes. Lies, right? It does have 512 gigabyte, but about 150 of that is used automatically for the device to run. You actually only get 360 something for downloading games. So really what it should say on the box, I know it has 512 gig, but you can't use 150 of it. So really what it should say is 360 whatever gig, to not throw you off, because I thought, yeah, I've been scammed. And to be honest, with GTA and GTA Online, the only 2 games that I've installed, I've still got all the ones I've got from Xbox One, but I need to re-download them on this one. I won't have to pay for them, but that's going to take up all my storage. I've got GTA 5 and GTA Online. And nearly all my storage is gone. I've got 70% storage taken. I've got 30% storage left. How am I going to have any other games on this? How am I going to have GTA 6 on this? I don't know. But I'm excited to have a next-gen console because I can play with my friends. I can play current games when they come out. And I guarantee in about 2-3 years' time, I'm going to have to buy the next-gen console anyway. But it's been a good time because guess what? Last week, it was my birthday. And then I went to London to see Post Malone. And now I've made some lovely purchases like my vinyls and my Xbox Series S. Life is moving up. You know what I mean? It's just fantastic. You know, 6 months ago, I couldn't drink. I didn't have, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, I couldn't drink. I didn't have a next-gen console. I didn't even have an iPhone. I didn't have any nice luxury things. And within a couple months, I've made an iPhone possible. I've made an Xbox Series X possible, or next-gen console possible. I've made drinking possible. Now, yes, drinking, that is just legal age. That is just a matter of life. It works that way anyway. But it's nice to have, you know, and with some help from my father, I've made the iPhone possible, but I'm going to be paying for it, you know. I'm going to stand on my responsibilities, and these other things have come with bits of birthday money and bits of, like, you come into a lot of money at once. So it's nice, but I like to update you all because this is a milestone for me. This is massive for me. If people have seen the problems I've had with having an older console, this is potentially life-changing. But, however, I can't get those gaming videos out straight away. One, because I live at 2 different houses, got 2 parents. I'm not rich, just got 2 different parents. So I'm not going to be here for a week. Here's where my Xbox stays, in my dad's house. And this is where I would be able to record, and I'm not going to be here for a week. And also, my laptop, which I would use to record and edit the gaming videos, is currently getting repaired because I dropped it. Well, I didn't drop it. I was moving on my chair and it slid off the chair with the headphone plugged in, and it bust up the side of it. So that's currently getting repaired, and that's not fun because that could cost a lot of money. We do pay insurance, but I'm not sure if it covers it or not. But anyways, enough of this rant. Just wanted to show you some of the cool shit I did today and some of the cool shit I got over the last couple of days. Thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.